Hi everyone. So in mass spectrometry part 1 and part 2 lectures we have discussed about the basic principle of mass spectrometry and then how the organic molecules are analyzed by using mass spectrometry. Next to fragmentation in different kind of organic molecules like fragmentation in alkanes, cycloalkenes, then aromatic compounds, after that hydroxy compounds, aromatic hydroxy compounds like phenol. After that we have discussed about fragmentation process in aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, amines and aromatic amines. So we have discussed about the fragmentation process as well as some characteristic ions which are formed in the fragmentation of particular organic molecules. So for example, in hydroxy compounds where the bond breakage takes place, in amines and in alkenes and in carboxylic acids. So we have discussed the basic point of fragmentation. So where the carbon carbon bond breakage or carbon hydrogen bond breakage takes place, so that we will get fragmented ions. So that fragmented ions will further undergo for fragmentation and will give small molecular cations. So these are the things which we have discussed in part 1 and part 2. So in part 3 we are going to discuss about some important points and laws of mass spectrometry and some examples of mass spectra of some organic molecules. Right. So after this we will have some more major examples that we will be discussed in next part 4 lecture. Okay. So in this part 3 we are going to discuss some important points in mass spectrometry. So the first thing is McLafferty rearrangement. So what is McLafferty rearrangement? So in the case of fragmentation of different organic molecules, so we have discussed the bond breakage. So in some organic molecules carbon carbon bond breakage has takes place, and in some other carbon hydrogen bond breakage takes place, in some other carbon oxygen bond, right. So that we have discussed in previous lectures. So in this, so the same fragmentation process, if there is any possibility of availability of gamma hydrogen is there, so then the fragmentation will change in the organic molecules. Okay, just observe here. So we have taken a alkene. Okay, this is R2 CH double bond CH CH2 CH2 CH R1. Okay, this is a alkene which is having gamma hydrogen. Okay, so as per the functional group, this is double bond and this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon and this is gamma carbon. Okay, so yeah, gamma carbon. So here, so as the gamma carbon availability is there in such compound, so this is a molecular ion which we have written directly here. So there is a possibility of elimination of gamma hydrogen takes place. So from just observe here, so the double bond comes from here to here, and then this bond will break and automatically the gamma hydrogen will leave from the reaction. Okay, so the double bond comes here and then this bond will break, gamma hydrogen is removed. So what happened here? So that you got R CH R1 CH dot double bond CH2 and then R2 CH plus CH CH2. So these are the cations which we got from the fragmentation. So because of the presence of gamma hydrogen. So organic molecules which undergoing for fragmentation, if there is any availability of gamma hydrogen, so those will undergo McLafferty rearrangement. So elimination or of gamma hydrogen takes place. So this is called McLafferty rearrangement in mass spectrometry. So if you observe the next example, so we have taken here one alkene example which is having a gamma hydrogen. So how the gamma hydrogen will be removed or will undergo for cleavage in this example we have observed, right. So in the next example we are taking a hydroxy compound which is having a gamma hydrogen. So in earlier we have discussed that in hydroxy compounds the fragmentation process in hydroxy compounds, we have discussed that the carbon carbon bond will break which is adjacent to the oxygen, right. So but if there is any possibility of availability of gamma hydrogen is there, so then the fragmentation would be like this. So this will undergo for McLafferty rearrangement, right. So now what will happen, so here the OH bond will break, so the electron will come from here, then this will leaves as CH2 double bond CH2, okay, right. After that this bond will break and this become a alkene. So that observe here we have taken a hydroxy compound, that is R CH2 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 OH, okay. So this is consisting of gamma hydrogen. Now what will happen, so as the gamma hydrogen, this OH group will take the gamma hydrogen and leaves as water, so that this bond the bond between carbon and oxygen has broken, right. This will leaves this will become ethylene molecule and this will get the radical cation, that is R CH double bond CH2 plus dot. So this further undergoing for fragmentation, so that depends upon the size of the molecule, okay. So this is the fragmentation process based on McLafferty rearrangement in alcohols which are consisting of gamma hydrogen, right. We will see one another example with gamma hydrogen which is having a aldehyde. So in the case of aldehydes and ketones, what is the basic fragmentation process? So the aldehyde hydrogen or ketone, the bond between C double bond O and R, means the bond carbonyl carbon and another carbon bond will break, or carbonyl carbon and hydrogen bond will break in aldehydes. But here in this example, this aldehyde is observe here, this is R CH R CH2 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 C double bond O H. So this is a aldehyde which is having a gamma hydrogen, okay. So this is alpha carbon, this is beta carbon, this is gamma carbon, okay. So here the same thing will happen. So this C double bond O, one bond will come here, so then automatically, so this will become CH double bond CH2 and this bond will break. As this bond goes from here, then this will become a CH double bond CH2 and gamma hydrogen leaves, and that gamma hydrogen is captured by the carbonyl oxygen, so that this oxygen will get a positive charge, okay. So this oxygen will be captured, so this oxygen will capture the gamma hydrogen. Now what will happen, this will become a alkene and this will become a double bond, and OH, that C double bond O will become C bond OH plus. So this is the McLafferty rearrangement in the case of aldehydes which are consisting of gamma hydrogen. So this is the process of McLafferty rearrangement in the case of fragmentation. This rearrangement is takes place the compounds which are consisting of gamma hydrogens only, okay. The next one, some important rules in mass spectrometry. So just observe here, I have taken one example. So A is a organic molecule which is in vaporized position, right. So that organic molecule is bombarded with a electron, so then it forms a radical cation and another electron. So total 2 electrons are evolved from the process, right? So this is a molecular ion or parent ion. So this A plus dot, so initial ion, okay. So after the bombardment of electron, the radical cation is formed, so that is called a molecular ion, okay. So now the mass of molecular ion I have taken here is Ma. So as we know m by z values, right? So here m by z value equals to always plus 1. So what happen, automatically m by z value corresponds to mass value only. So m by z value corresponds to, because z charge always plus 1, so that m, so m by z value corresponds to mass value only. So that m by z value I have written in the bracket, right? So this the molecular mass of molecular ion is Ma, okay. That is nothing but mass of A, that is m by z value of molecular ion is Ma, right? So this molecular ion which is formed in the process will undergo for fragmentation, right? So this will form B plus cation and C dot radical. So some amount of mass is leaves as a radical, so that a radical is formed along with a cation is formed. So now what happened here, as C is removed from the A, so you got a B plus ion. What happened here, the mass would be reduced. So what will be the molecular mass of B plus? So that is B plus mass is Ma minus Mc, okay, Ma minus Mc, right? For example, yeah, okay. Why the mass is decreased? Because some amount of compound is removed or leaves as a radical. Now whatever the B plus is formed, B plus cation is formed, will undergo for further fragmentation, which forms D plus and E dot, okay. So now again the mass would be reduced further, that is the mass value, m by z value of D plus is Ma minus Mc minus Me, because E is leaved as E dot, left as E dot, right. Now this D plus, okay, this D plus cation is further undergoing for fragmentation and forms F plus and G dot. So this is automatically the mass value of F plus would be reduced further, because the G dot molecule has left as G radical. So as the fragmentation process is going on, so the mass value is reduced continuously, because some amount of mass is leaving as radicals, right. So for example, if this mass value is 100, okay, so the molecular mass nothing but m by z value of molecular ion is 100. For example, if C value is 15, so then what will happen to the m by z value of B plus? It will be 85, okay. And what would be the, so for example, if E dot value is 25, okay, so then what would be the value of D plus? It would be 60, okay, because here 15 is removed and here is 25 removed. So this is 85 minus 25, that is 60. So this 60 again, the D plus mass value is 60, and then if it is F dot F plus, so it would be further reduced based on the value of G dot, okay. Based on this, just observe the mass spectra of this simple example. So just observe here. So this is relative abundance, okay, this is relative abundance, and this is m by z values, this is 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and it goes on. So based on the mass values, right. So here I have taken an example, that is A plus that is I am taking it as a 100. Okay, so this is 100. Okay, so this value is 15, so that automatically it becomes 85. Okay, right. So A plus molecule, sorry, yeah, so molecular ion m by z value is 100, so that A plus dot, that is molecular ion mass value is 100. Just I have taken an example. Okay, here the next one is A plus is fragmented into B plus ion, so that mass is reduced. The next peak is B plus, this is 85, and the next is that B plus is converted into D plus, the second fragmented ion. Okay, this is first fragmentation, this is first fragmented ion, this is second fragmented ion, this is third fragmented ion, and goes on. As the fragmentation process is going on, automatically the mass is reduced. So initially the molecular mass, that is m by z value of molecular ion is 100, then B plus is reduced further, that is 85, and D plus is 60, and F plus is 50. Just assume these are not the exact values, just I am taking a simple example, right. So here as the fragmentation process is going on, the ions are losing some amount of mass, so automatically the m by z values are reduced. So out of this the cation which is having highest stability, so the abundance would be high for that particular ion. So in this example the D plus ion peak is very high, because the D plus ion is highly stable cation in this process. Just assume it, either it may be D plus or F plus or X plus or Y plus based on the stability of the ions. So in this example I have taken the D plus ion is highly stable cation. So that's why the peak of this D plus ion is very high. So relatively the F plus ion, A plus ion or B plus ion stability would be there. So that's why the peak length is less. So here the length of the peaks depends upon the stability of the ions which are formed in the fragmentation process. Okay, so this is what is the representation of a mass spectra based on the m by z values, right. So here the first highest m by z value would be molecular ion. So because this is the first cation, radical cation, which is formed in the electron bombardment process. After that first fragmented cation, so some amount of mass is reduced, so that m by z value is decreases, right. Second fragmented ion, some further m by z value is decreased because it's losing some more mass, and third fragmented cation, and then fourth fragmented cation, then after based on the fragmentation, right. So as the fragmentation process is going on, the m by z values of ions which are formed is reduced. Fine. Okay. So this is the representation of mass spectra. So here we have to understand what is molecular ion peak, how the molecular ion is formed, and what is the molecular ion peak. So it is the peak which is having highest m by z value, not length. I am not talking about the length. This length depends upon the peak height, or the length depends upon the stability. The m by z value, okay, highest m by z value would be molecular ion. After that the m by z values are decreased based on fragmentation. Here the highest peak, the peak length is highest for the cation which is having highest stability. Okay. So in process, for example, 5-6 cations are formed. Out of that 5-6 cations, only one cation is highly stable cation. So that cation peak would be very high. So the height of the particular cation would be very high. So that is called base peak. Okay. So based on the stability of the base peak relatively how the stability of other ions is there. So then the other ions peaks height would be there. Okay, that's why it is called relative abundance. Relative abundance. Fine, all of you. Okay. So here just observe here. So CH3, so a mass value, that is carbon is 12, 3 hydrogens, that is 15. Okay, and H2O 18, we know already. CO, carbon monoxide, 12 plus 16, that is 28. OCH3 31. Okay, yeah, and CH2OH plus, CH2OH plus, that is 31, and CH triple bond O plus, that is 29. These two are the characteristic peaks in fragmentation of alcohols. Okay, we will see in examples. Next is CH2 double bond NH2 plus, that is M by Z value is 30. Okay, so whenever we are observing the peaks, for example, if we are observing a peak of M minus 15, so M is the M by Z value or the mass value of molecular ion. So if we are observing or the presence of M minus 15 peak means, so the molecular ion is losing CH3. That's why 15 is reduced. That's why we will observe a peak at M minus 15. If we are observing a peak at M minus 18 means the molecular ion loss H2O. If we are observing M minus 1 peak, so the molecular ion loses hydrogen radical. If we are observing a peak at M minus 28, so that is the molecule or ion lose carbon monoxide. Okay, so if you are observing a peak at M minus 31, so that is that particular molecular ion is losing OCH3. Okay, so based on the peaks, okay, based on the peaks which we are observing, so you may get idea of what kind of radical is removed or leaves as leaves in the fragmentation process. The next thing is nitrogen rule. So in the case of molecular fragmentations, we are observing different kind of molecules, right? So here if a molecule is having even number of molecular weight, so that means the compound contains either no nitrogen or even number of nitrogen atoms. And if a molecule is consisting of odd number of molecular weight, so it must contain odd number of nitrogen atoms. This is called nitrogen rule in mass spectrometry, right? So there is one more point. Okay, so just observe here, this is A is the molecular ion, okay, A plus dot, that is radical cation, which is formed B plus ion and C dot radical. Okay, this is a fragmentation, first fragmentation process, right? So if this molecule, so this molecular ion is having even number of mass, so the mass number would be a even value. So for example 40, 42, 80, 86, then what would be the mass value of this fragmented cation is a odd number of mass. Obviously the mass number would be a odd number, and vice versa. And if this molecular ion mass is a odd number, then automatically the mass of fragmented ion would be even number value. So this is another rule in the case of fragmentation of process in mass spectrometry. Fine, all of you, right? This is nitrogen rule, and second one is even odd rule. So even number mass molecular ion will give odd number mass fragmented ion, and odd number mass molecular ion will give even number mass fragmented ion, right? The next thing is m plus 1 and m plus 2 peaks. Okay, so we know that in the case of mass spectra, so we observed the first highest m by z value peak would be m peak. M is the molecular mass of molecular ion, that is m by z value, z as z charge value is 1, automatically mass value would become m by z value, right. So m value, m peak means in the mass spectra we observe the peak highest m by z value would be the molecular ion, that is m. Then fragmented ion peaks, for example m minus 15, m minus 30, m minus 60 or m minus 70, so based on the fragmentation. But in some cases, so we may observe m plus 1 and m plus 2 peaks also. Here it means, so we will be observing a peaks which are more than the mass value of molecular ion. So in general it is not possible, but because of the presence of some isotopes, we may observe m plus 1 and m plus 2 peaks also, means the peaks which are more mass value than molecular ion. So but the intensity of these peaks would be very less, because the presence of these isotopes, the percentage of presence of these isotopes is very less. So observe here, so when we will observe this m plus 1 and m plus 2 peaks here, so few elements, some of the elements which are consisting of isotopes, so those are different kind of isotopes. For example, as we know, carbon is the consisting of a isotope, that is C13. We know only C12 is existing, but C13 means C12 we know that is there in the compounds. The percentage of C13 availability is also 1.1 percentage, means in the case of carbon, so 98.9% of 12 carbon 12 is there, and 1.1% of carbon 13 is also there. So if this carbon 13 is present, then automatically the mass value would be increased by 1. Okay. In the similar case, hydrogen isotopes, so we have hydrogen is having 3 isotopes, one is H11, H12, H13. So if H12 and H13 present, then the mass value would be increased by 1 and 2 respectively. And as we know, nitrogen, that is N714, but so there is nitrogen is having another isotope, that is N715, and oxygen is also, we know, O816, the mass value of oxygen is 16, but there is a isotope is present for oxygen, that is O817, right. So if these isotopes are present along with the regular elements, so what happen, the mass value would be either increased by 1 or 2 based on the isotopes present. So if only any one of the isotope is present, if any one of the isotope is present, then the mass value would be increased by 1. Okay, presence of a isotope, either it may be H12 or N15 or C13 or O17, only one isotope is present, then the mass value would be increased by 1, so that we may observe m plus 1 peak in mass spectra. So if the presence of two isotopes, either it may be H2N15 or it may be H2C13 or it may be H2O17, like any of two isotopes are present, then what happened, the mass is increased by 2, automatically we may observe m plus 2 peak in the mass spectra. So just observe here the mass spectra of an example. So here this is the molecular ion, that is m here, and this is m plus 1 peak, the first this one, and this is m plus 2 peak, and these all are the peaks of fragmented ions. Okay. So because of the presence of different isotopes of elements like hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, oxygen. So that we may observe m plus 1 and m plus 2 peaks in the mass spectra. So this is because of presence of isotopes, right. So the first example that we are going to discuss is methyl alcohol, mass spectrum of methyl alcohol. So if we want to know how the mass spectrum would be, then we have to understand the fragmentation process. Based on the fragmentation process, the ions are formed. So that ions m by z values is represented in a bar graph based on the relative abundance. So that bar graph corresponds to the mass spectrum, right. So observe here, this is methyl alcohol, that is CH3OH. So when this is molecule, so when this molecule is bombarded with electron, so this forms a radical cation, so that is plus 2 electrons. So this radical cation is called as molecular ion. So this m by z value is 32. Okay. So carbon, one carbon is there, that is 12, plus 1 oxygen is there, that is 16, 28, 28 plus 4 hydrogens are there, that is 32. So that m by z value is 32. So this is the m by z value of molecular ion. So that molecular ion, that is CH3OH plus dot, will undergoing for fragmentation by losing H dot. So it forms CH2 double bond O plus H, means the plus charge is there on oxygen, that is CH2OH plus. So that as hydrogen is left as hydrogen radical, then the mass would be reduced by 1, that is m by z value is 31 for first fragmented cation, that is CH2OH plus. Further it undergoing for fragmentation by losing H2, so it forms CH triple bond O plus, that mass value is 29, that m by z value is 29 for CH triple bond O plus. So this is second fragmented ion. So there is another fragmentation process is also there for methyl alcohol, that is bond breakage between carbon and oxygen, so that OH radical is left, then we may get CH3 plus. Okay. So that m by z value corresponds to 15. But this fragmentation is very less favorable. So this is one fragmentation which is high favorable fragmentation, this is second fragmentation, this is less favorable fragmentation. Okay. This may be occur, but this is less favorable. Okay. So in this fragmentation, this is molecular ion, so that corresponds to 32, and this by losing hydrogen radical it forms first fragmented ion, that is CH2 double bond OH plus, that is 31, and by losing hydrogen that forms CH triple bond O plus, that is 29. Okay. So this is the fragmentation of methyl alcohol. Now we will see the mass spectra of methyl alcohol. So just observe here, this is relative abundance, this is m by z value. Okay. So we have seen the first molecular ion is 32, so that is 32 CH3OH plus molecular ion, right. After that CH2OH plus, that is corresponds to m by z value is 31, this peak is CH2OH plus, that is 31, and then 29, that is CH triple bond O plus, and then 15 for methyl. Okay. So out of all these, the CH2 double bond O plus H, nothing but CH2 double bond OH plus ion stability is very high. So that's why the peak length is very high. So means the m by z value of 31 peak, that is corresponds to CH2 double bond OH plus peak, is very high, right, because the stability is more for the particular ion. So based on the relative stability of remaining ions, the peak length would be there, right. So this peak is called as base peak or baseline. The highest height of the peak is called as base peak or baseline. This is peak of molecular ion. These are the peaks of fragmented ions. Out of this, one stable cation peak is called as base peak or baseline. So this is the mass spectrum of CH3OH, methyl alcohol. Hope you understand how to write the mass spectra. As we know, in all alcohols, this is the characteristic peak. Okay, that is CH2 double bond OH plus 31 and 29. So 31 would be there in all alcohols, of course 29 also, right? So characteristic peaks in the case of alcohols is CH2 double bond OH plus. So that would be the base peak. This is the mass spectrum of CH3OH. The second example is propane. So mass spectrum of propane. So the propane formula is C3H8, that is CH3, CH2, CH3. So here, so when propane is bombarded with electron, then it forms a molecular ion, that is CH3, CH2, CH3 plus dot. So now this is a molecular ion, right? That is CH3, CH2, CH3 plus, that is propane radical cation is formed. So that M by Z value is 44. So that is molecular ion. So now this CH3, CH2, CH3 plus dot, that is propane radical cation will undergo for fragmentation. In the first, it lost hydrogen radical, then it forms CH3, CH2, CH2 plus, that is propyl carbocation. So this upon resonance it may form isopropyl carbocation, so that the stability would be more, right? After that the propyl carbocation which is formed here, further undergoing for fragmentation, so it forms ethyl carbocation by losing CH2 radical, and this ethyl radical will further undergoing for fragmentation, it forms methyl carbocation and CH2 dot, right? So here in the fragmentation of methyl radical cation, first it forms So here, so in the fragmentation of propyl radical cation, so it first forms propyl carbocation, okay, and that M by Z value is 43, and in the second fragmentation it forms ethyl carbocation, so that M by Z value is 29, and in the third fragmentation it forms methyl carbocation, so that M by Z value is 15, right? So here 3 fragmented ions are there, 1 molecular ion, 3 fragmented ions are there. Okay, now we will observe the mass spectra of propane. So observe here, so this is relative abundance, as we know, this is M by Z values, right? So here the first molecular ion, that is 44, that corresponds to propane radical cation, that is molecular ion. The next one is 43, so that is propyl carbocation. The next one is 29, that is ethyl carbocation. The next one is 15, methyl carbocation. So observe here, 44 molecular ion, 43 propyl carbocation, 29 ethyl carbocation, 15 methyl carbocation. Right, the same things are there in this spectra, that is 44 molecular ion, propane radical cation, and next 43 is propyl carbocation, 29 ethyl carbocation, 15 methyl carbocation. So out of all these, so the propyl carbocation is having highest stability because of the resonance it forms isopropyl carbocation, so nothing but secondary carbocation, that's why the stability would be high. So that's why the peak length is very high. Okay, so the propyl carbocation stability is more, that's why the peak length would be high. So that's why this peak is called as base peak. So the m by z value corresponds to 43 peak, that is nothing but propyl carbocation peak is called base peak in this mass spectra. So 44 is the peak of molecular ion, that is propane radical cation. 43 is propyl carbocation, that is base peak, right? And next is remaining other two fragmented ions, that is ethyl and methyl. Okay, this is the mass spectra of mass spectrum of propane. Okay, with this we have observed how to write the mass spectra of two organic molecules. One is methyl alcohol and another one is propane. And in the next part we will observe the different molecules, how to write the mass spectra of alcohols, aldehydes and aromatic compounds. Okay, thank you.